We're using the built-in PHP web server, and it's awesome for development. But it only handles one request at a time, so unless you ever want one visitor, we're going to need something different. To see how this might look, we'll invent a fake domain, events.l, and set it up to point to our project. I'll use Apache, though it's more and more common to use Nginx with PHP FPM, because they're lightning fast. But all the ideas are the same, and we have a page on the official Symfony documentation with some more details. Step 1 is to modify the Apache configuration to create a new virtual host. I would love to tell you where this lives, but this is one of those files that hides in different places on each system setup. I use Apache via Mac ports, so my virtual host lives in the app directory. The configuration we need is simple. Make sure the document root points to the web directory of the project so that only files inside it are accessible via your browser. Oh, and the allow override all tells Apache that it's okay to use the htaccess file in the web directory. Now restart Apache. Yep, this command also varies across systems. Finally, we need to add a host entry to Etsy hosts. This points events.l right back at our local computer, and this file is always at the same location, except for Windows. We have a virtual host and the host entry, so let's go to events.l app_dev.php. You may get a permissions error, and if you do, just chmod 777 your cache and logs directories for now. But longer term, go back to the installation chapter for details on how to fix this. The 404 error is fine, because we don't have a home page yet. Add the path to the page we've been working on after app_dev.php to see it. Let's talk more about the app_dev.php script that's always in our URL. A stock Symfony app has two different modes called environments. When you hit app_dev.php, you're running your app in the dev environment. This shows us big descriptive errors, automatically rebuilds the cache, and makes the web debug toolbar pop up. It's our debugging hero. The other environment is prod, and it kicks butt by being fast and by turning off debugging tools. To run the app in the prod environment, switch the URL from app_dev.php to app.php. What? A 404 page? Outrageous! We can't see the error, but we can tail the prod log file. No route found. Of course, Symfony compiles all of its configuration into cache files. So if we change a routing.yaml file, the cache needs to be rebuilt. The dev environment does that for us, but for speed reasons, prod doesn't. To do this, find our front console and run the cache clear command with the env equals prod option. This means we're clearing the cache for the prod environment. Refresh to see your functional page in the prod environment. Awesome, but I thought we had put app.php in the URL. Where did it go? Our project came with a web.htaccess file that has two pieces of goodness in it. First, it has a rewrite rule that sends all requests through app.php, which means we don't need to have it in our URL. Perfect! The app.php was ugly anyways. Second, even if you do put app.php in the URL, it notices that you don't need this and redirects to remove it. The prod environment is only useful after you deploy, so let's get back to the dev environment so we can see errors.